Buonasera, welcome back to our sessions. And I have to say, I haven't published many videos recently here in the mixed videos, but I have been publishing instead on the playlist. This playlist is a course of Italian for beginners. So if you're a beginner, do watch those videos from the very beginning because they start from very basics, and then they build up from there. So as I said, if you have just started studying the language, it is a good idea to watch from lesson one, and then following from there. I think we are now on lesson 12, 12. If you're not a complete beginner, you can still watch the videos, perhaps choose according to the title, and perhaps it's something that you haven't done yet, or you would like to have another look at the specific topic. The videos instead, the mixed videos on the channel are about topics of different types and also for different levels, mainly intermediate and advanced, but not only. So they are good for also for revision. If you have reached a certain level, you can always go back and watch any of these videos. First of all, in fact, before starting, which we're going to see today. I'd like to thank you for subscribing, liking the videos, and leaving the comments. And also, as I said before, feel free to leave a comment with requests or questions. I'll be very happy to cover whichever topic you're going to suggest. If it is a topic specific for the course for beginners, then obviously it will be covered, but when it makes sense to do so, when we reach that level. Today's topic is not necessarily a topic, it's just a little thing that can apply really to all levels. It is very important if you are a beginner. Oh, I can see. I know, I thought it was a moving cat. Instead, no, it is sleeping. She is sleeping. So this it's good, especially for beginners. However, sometimes I have noticed that students, even when they reach a certain level, they still fall in this mini trap. I should say, is very useful, what we are going to do today. And now you'll see why I've said it in this way. So let's see. We are going to share. Oh, let me go back. I always make the same mistake. Um, where I don't click on the share button. Right. So, a very quick one today. We are going to look at it is and there is. What happens here, I think, is caused by the fact that in English, normally, all the time, really, you do need the person, the subject, before the verb. So you always need to say I, you, he, she, it, especially it. We're talking about it in this case. In Italian, instead, we don't need to use these little words. They're called pronouns, in particular subject pronouns. So we can drop them and just start the sentence with a verb, which doesn't really work in English. So let's see how what we do in Italian, which is different from English. So as I said, here we've had it is. So in English, you are used to say it, to have the pronoun something before the verb. First of all, in Italian, we do not have it. In Italian, we only have he and she. So we have lui and lei, which we can drop and just use the verb, but we do not have it. There is the word for it, which is a little bit old-fashioned, so it's not really used in the spoken language. You can see it in some books, and sometimes it is used just to make the sentence, maybe sometimes really, to avoid repeating certain words. The word I'm talking about is esso, but don't worry about it because, as I said, is rarely used, probably never in the spoken language. Now, probably you know somebody who does use it. They say never. But so let's say that we don't have it. It is not used in the spoken language. So what are we doing? What are we going to do if we do not have the word for it? So when in English you say it is nice, it is interesting, it is beautiful, it is late, or anything, we just say is beautiful, is good, is interesting. And probably you may have heard some Italians saying that is good, is very good. Because we don't think of putting something before the verb. This happens normally when somebody doesn't know the language very well, or is not has not reached a certain level, or is just speaking English but in Italian. So in Italian you can say è bello, è interessante, è tardi, etc., etc. So you just need to say è. E with an accent, remember, means is. When you translate it in English, obviously the translation will be it is beautiful or he is beautiful. In this case, it's masculine. However, don't try and put something there in the place of it. There is no need to put anything there. And I've put there the plural as well. So if we want to say they are beautiful, so the plural of it is beautiful, they are beautiful, we're talking about objects. We say sono belli, are beautiful. So again, the little word they in this example is not there. So this issue happens when you want to translate it, which, as I said, we don't really have in Italian. It in English is it refers to an object. So he for the masculine animate person normally, or living being. She for a female living being. It is neutral and it refers to an object. In Italian, we don't have it. So we just say is very interesting. So I've put this it is and there is close together because sometimes with the need of having something before is, so before I drew here, I have heard a few times, c'è bello. C'è bello is not correct. It doesn't mean anything. I won't even try and translate it. It's just, it is not correct. So if you want to say it is nice, it is beautiful, you say è bello. C'è instead, which we have here, c'è means there is. And that's why we have the there is here. So c'è is there is. It's made up of ci and the verb è. with an accent. We drop the letter E, the Italian letter E, which is the I in English, put an apostrophe. So we have, look at the way it is written, C apostrophe and then E with an accent, o C apostrofo E con l'accento, accento grave. So this is c'è, there is, and è, is, or it is. The plural of c'è is ci sono, there. So this ci means there are, there are. Just to see this in a context, we have a question here. Quante persone ci sono? How many persons, literally, or how many people are there? So, quante persone ci sono? How many people are there? How many persons are there? And so we have a singular or a plural answer. The singular is c'è molta gente or ci sono molte persone. So here we have two birds with a stone, because we can use this example also to introduce these words gente and persone. We'll see it in a minute. So just to recap the confusion between it is and there is, when you want to say it is, you drop the it. We don't have it, we don't, or if there is, we don't use it. So you just start the sentence with is. The example here is è bello. The other examples that I've given you, è interessante, it is interesting, è tardi, it is late, etc. The plural would be the plural of the verb sono, in this case, sono belli. Do not try to put something before the e and put in this ch, because otherwise you end up saying something else. In fact, you end up saying something incorrect. What, as I said, instead, what some people do say, and instead they should use in a different context is c'è, which means there is, singular. And ci sono is there are, plural. The two birds with a stone thing is the word gente. Gente translated with people, which in English is plural, in Italian is singular. You can see, for example, to help memorize it, you can think about the word gente. We can translate it with crowd. A crowd is singular. So there is a crowd, if it makes it easier to learn, to memorize at the beginning, to think it is singular, not plural like in English. So there are basically two different ways to say there are many people in Italian. You can say c'è molta gente, literally there is a crowd, or ci sono molte persone, there are many persons, literally, or people. So you can use either, exactly the same. In English, you don't really say there are many persons when you're talking about a crowd. So this was mainly, as I said, mainly about it, what not to do with it. And now, I hope this was useful. And as I've mentioned, the two birds with a stone. This is it wasn't planned at all, but as I said it, a way or one of the many ways to realize that a literal translation doesn't work very often, does not work from English into Italian and vice versa, and obviously with other languages. If you translate literally two birds with a stone, in Italian, so the words for birds, which is uccello, and the stone, which is una pietra, penso. It wouldn't make any sense at all, because in Italian, we say exactly the same saying with completely different object, let's say. So if I translate literally this saying from Italian into English using the words that we use in Italian, it would be taking, we're not killing, we don't kill them, we just catch them. Catch two pigeons with one broad bean. So this is what happens when sometimes you try to translate something literally and it really does not work. It's just a little warning. So if you don't want to say things like catching two pigeons with a broad bean, then you have to be careful how it is said in the other language. Sometimes, obviously, you can translate literally, but other times you have to be a little bit careful. So I leave you with the pigeons or the birds and the broad beans and the stones and everything else. Leave you with that. And apart from that, I hope the little a mini session about it is and there is was useful. So thank you again for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe when you watch the videos. I will see you on our next session. Bye bye. Ciao.